Hello everybody and welcome to yet another one of my videos slash streams, of course. Today is going to be part 12 of making the very simple Unity game, or very simple game with Unity, better said. And last time when I went off, I was trying to figure out how this game is going to all compile. Okay, I was trying to figure out how to make the game change speeds without. Oh, that's funny. Without actually implementing a lot of logic behind it. That is going to be hard to do and very tricky to modify. So I just wanted to make the game harder by using time.timescale, which I think I did. But what is this? What's this problem right here? Let me just check that out for a quick second. Game script 38. What? Why would this be an error? Suddenly? It didn't used to be an error. The variable game switch panel of GameScript has not been assigned. You probably need to assign game switch panel variable of the GameScript in the inspector. Why would that? Why would this suddenly be an error? A problem? Unity, what are you doing? Game switch panel set active. Let's see. It's a game object. It's called game. Did I not? What? How is this suddenly an error? Welcome to programming, everybody. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what just happened and why this suddenly is a problem. So did I delete it by mistake? Oh, I'm supposed to assign them to the game script, which the game script is where? Here? There we go. These are not assigned somehow. Actually everything is not assigned. I'm guessing this is correct. Where's the game screen? Why were these unassigned all of a sudden? Egg. I'm guessing this is the game screen. And an egg. I don't have an egg. Was that it? Yes, it would appear as that was the problem. Very interesting. Like, honestly, I don't know what happened. Oh! Object... Unity, what did you do? Object reference is not set to an instance of an object. So, okay, so this happened. God damn it. Okay, catcher help script. When does that happen? When it hits the catcher. Where's the catcher? A catcher. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Damn it, Unity, really? Okay, you know what? I think that I'm going to actually close everything, and maybe it starts off better next time. No, don't save anything. And this is honestly quite annoying. Ah, damn it, now you'll see the insides of my computer. It's not gonna be for a long time, but anyway. Nope, not that one. You see what types of games I'm trying to play. Egg yolk. So that's very interesting that that happened. All of the references to the objects to the scripts got deleted for some reason or another. Okay. There we go, we have the catcher script all over there. Okay, these seem to be correct. Maybe, hopefully. The ramps also have the game script assigned to them. Let me try it out now. Very weird way to start the day. I'm going to say this. Okay, there are way too many eggs spawning. Okay, it's working now. Okay. So that was a weird bug from Unity. Thanks, Unity. And I lost it. Anyway, too many eggs spawning. I don't know what happened. We're going to have to check that out. Before I get into it, I'm just going to try and explain the fact that last time that I tried to mess around with the update rates, this is what I was doing right here. And I don't know if things were going as I wanted, but I found out over here that you can use fixed update, which tries to update 60 times per second, right? So if you use fixed update, then maybe things are going to run a bit smoother, hopefully. And yeah, let's just go ahead and do just that. So I will be using a fixed update over here instead of a normal update. I think I was calling update. No, I wasn't. Okay, that's good. And I think that I will do the same for everybody else. So this the catcher doesn't need any update. We can actually do away with that. This is as well. This okay. So this needs to be a fixed update as well. Oh, and this was my coop script for generating eggs. Okay. This also has an update. Let's go ahead and use fixed update. Multiplier, does it have an update? I don't think so. No, it doesn't. This has an update, but it's not used, which is the catch-up script. That's not necessary. This is just another unused. Okay, that looks good. Or it should. So update is called once per frame. Now fixed update is called 60 times a second. 60 times per second. I think we'll go ahead and see if that happens, because if I start the game over here, if I start the game and I enable the stats, the game is going to run at, I don't know how many FPS, 300 FPS or something along those lines, and that's just way too much in my opinion. Okay, this is much slower. It waits a lot longer. Okay, and now the egg spawning is actually correct. Let's go ahead and play it for a bit, because it used to spawn a lot of eggs very fast, and that was very annoying. Okay, this looks like something a child could play, like a small child. Let's see if updating the multiplier is actually going to make things spawn faster. There we go. This is going to take some time right now. This is actually taking quite some time. But anyway, I was thinking about making a Discord for this channel. I know that the channel is almost dead, but you know, maybe some of you guys would like to hang out and chat from time to time. I almost always have Discord on, as you can see right now, but it's just mainly for friends. But I could make a channel for that. Why not? And maybe you guys can give me some, I don't know, tips as to improving it and having a better experience for everybody. This is taking quite a lot. I think that I'm going to up the difficulty a bit, because this is quite slow. I mean, this should be doable for everybody. Probably even a cat could play this at this point, I'm thinking. So I am going to up the difficulty a bit later on. I am, however, very proud of myself for limiting the updates to 60, because not proud, but you know, something along the lines of proud, because otherwise, if your logic goes beyond 60 updates per second, it's just too fast for most humans, so to say. Okay, so soon we should be going to multiplier 5, which should make the game run faster. Even the physics themselves should be faster, I think, maybe. But this is way too slow at this point. Come on, multiplier 5. Okay, so it did seem to actually start working faster. Bear in mind that the upper ramps actually make the eggs fall faster because of, you know, physics. But this is still quite slow. I would say too slow. Yeah, this should probably be no problem, especially if you're playing with your fingers on the screen and not with the mouse, as I am right now, as this is intended to be a mobile game. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop the experiment. That was quite enough for now. I need to make the time scale faster. I need to make things go faster, quite faster a bit. Actually, not a bit. So maybe having more eggs is actually a good idea, because 4 seconds is quite a long time. So let's go ahead and go down to 2 seconds between spawning eggs, and then 100 seconds for the next level, and 80, and then 60 seconds. Not seconds, updates, which is 1 second, sorry. So 120 updates means 2 seconds less, and then 1 second. This is going to be for the spawn rates. And then for faster than that, we can go all the way up to 40. So like almost, or actually more than 1 per second by quite a lot. Now, what I'd like to know is, I also need to modify this upstairs over here. Oh, it's actually, does it always, oh, I think I've current spawn rate. Where is the current spawn? It's 240. No, make it 120. So that's going to be once every 2 seconds. Alright. And what I'd actually like to know is if you can go faster than 1 for the timescale. So let's go ahead and put 1 and see how that behaves. And then we'll go ahead and put 2. And if you put 2 and it goes faster, then that's how we're going to do this. We're going to make the timescale increase with the levels. It takes quite a lot before it starts. I don't know why. I wonder. Okay, so that's generally how the game feels right now. Actually, this is okay. This isn't that challenging, but I think that there's a small problem with it. Feels like there's a pattern here, like there's always 3 eggs which spawn rather close to each other. Doesn't it? So that's 3 eggs again, and then it stops. Okay, that's the 4th one. Okay, let's see if this really is a pattern, because if it is, it's quite annoying. No, okay, so there was no pattern. This time it was only 2. Then we get to the 3rd one. There doesn't seem to be a pattern, at least. I'm thinking that the interval, the random interval between spawning eggs is a bit too big, because I just saw it for the coop. Okay. But this is definitely a lot faster than it was before, and I'm thinking that it shouldn't be that complicated. Damn it, how many eggs does it take to get to multiply 5? There we go. This should be slower now, which it seems like it is. Maybe. Okay, so let's stop. Let's go ahead and check it out with 2F. And if that is much faster, then it's settled, so to say. And then I can use it to actually why does it take so long to spawn? Oh, okay, it's much faster. Alright. Does this seem like a speed which would be nice to play at faster? I'm thinking that it is. So okay, let's go ahead and oops, not that one. Let's go ahead and make this 1F for starting, and then this is going to be 1F as well. And not only does the spawn rate increase with each level, but also the speed increases. So let's go ahead and go to 1.2, then 1.4, 1.7, and 2. So this should be all hell breaking loose, because that's like 20 milliseconds, 300 milliseconds. That's 1/3 of a second to spawn every egg. So you get 3 eggs per second, and you get 3 eggs per second, right? Because it's double that. This should be very hard. This should like really be hard. Right. Let's go ahead and see how the coop scripts are working. So okay, so it's getting a range between 0 and 120, and the problem with that is that the fixed update is going to happen only 60 times per second. So if you're getting a range of 120, which is high, then that's going to add a whole 2 seconds more to this, right? How was I doing this? Ticks since last egg. This is 1, so this is going to be, yeah, this should be correct. So let's go ahead and make this 60 at first. So it's going to be between 0 and a full second. And if, okay, so it has to be at least 1 second since the last egg spawned, right? Let's see if this works better. Come on. Why does it take so long to start? Okay, so it seems like right off the bat a lot more eggs or faster are being spawned. I still don't like the fact that it seems like there's always 3 eggs being spawned one after the other. This one never spawned anything. And it's still not spawning anything. Okay. I was going to say that maybe there's a pattern here as well, which I wouldn't have liked. This is actually, I think this is fast enough, maybe. Okay, let's go ahead and try to get to... I'm thinking that this should be like every 3 levels, every 3 multiplier. I mean, it should get a lot harder, a lot faster, right? Because you're not going to play this for more than a couple of minutes every session, or at least that's the logic that I'm seeing. Okay, so this seems random enough. Let's just put it like that. This seems random enough. I like the fact that I got the generation of eggs quite nice the first time around. Come on, multiply 5 this time. Want to see eggs spawn faster. Yeah, and they start rolling down faster as well. There we go. You need to pay attention to the top ones. What happens if I play, Oh, okay, the resume thing isn't working properly. So that's probably the next thing that I need to work out. Good, but it feels a lot better right now. And I managed to actually make the game update in somewhat of a good manner, so to say. Okay, that's good enough for now. Let's go ahead and fix the problem with the continue, because somehow it just doesn't want to continue. So when you pause, there's two things that you can do. You can either go to the menu or go there, and when you continue, I'm guessing this never gets called, this function. What is the button doing from the menu? Menu panel, game switch panel, game switch button. So what is this? Oh, it is hitting continue. That's funny. So it is hitting continue, which means that it looks at the lives. If it's bigger than 0, then new game is false. This is dumb. No, this shouldn't be happening, right? No, it shouldn't be happening. This else here is It's not okay. Actually, I think I do need the else, but I need better code in it. So, if the lives are bigger than 0, then we'll set the new game to false. If it's a new game, then you need to... Why am I checking twice? Okay, so first off, this can be put in here, and then the start can be put there. This is useless. We make this interactable true, but we need to make the game set active false. We need to make this one false, which should be done by start. Yeah. Actually, I think both of them must be made false. Or, wait, am I actually using this? I'm not even using the menu panel. Okay, let me put a to do here. Why isn't this actually doing anything? That's for later. Let me get back to it. Okay, so we put the timescale on 0, and when you resume the game, you have to put the timescale back to the current speed, which is a bit of a problem. This is actually a bit of a problem. And what I'm gonna do is actually call the adjust difficulty set function. In case the game continues, it's just going to call the adjust difficulty function. This should in turn just set it back to what it was before. And as well, I'm going to set this panel to not be active and make the background canvas interactable again. So let's see if that works. Let me see. Why does it take so long to start? Is this like a Unity thing? Pause the game. There we go. It's not interactable. Nothing is happening. Continue. There we go. Okay, game looks to be running just fine. Whoa, these big breaks in generating eggs. Oh, okay, so the generation of eggs actually stopped. Which is a bit of a problem. Why did that actually happen? Oh, we need to put this pause to false and menu enabled to false as well when we hit continue, right? What does this do as well? Why am I... Yeah, so we'll need to put these back. No, that's not what I wanted to do. We'll need to put these back on when we hit continue. We can do it all. Let's just do it all the way over here. So we'll put is pause to false and menu enabled to false as well. Let's see if that works. What is the menu anyway? It's nothing. That's just canvas menu. The canvas of the menu is going to get disabled, but this shouldn't be disabled. No, this shouldn't be disabled. Sorry. It should never be disabled. Let's go ahead and then we remove that piece of code. I don't think that this actually does anything, to be honest, because it is enabled. This is the enable button, right? Let's go ahead and try that out. We'll wait for the game to start for some reason. You know what? I'll play some animation before X starts spawning, like a 3, 2, 1, go thingy. Pause. Oh, I see now. So it needs to be enabled, else I can't actually click anything. Why is this? Okay, let's go back. You know what? Yeah, let's just put that back in. Let's see how that works out. Come on, eggs, spawn already. I really need to figure out what's happening. So let's go. Okay, that's already a paused thing, and we have the menu panel which is paused. So this is the button up over here, which actually makes sense. You don't want that to be enabled when you're. Then you have the ramp helpers, which this one isn't paused, but there's no interacting with it anyway. Let's go ahead and continue. And no more egg spawning? Oh, there we go. Eggs are spawning. Pause again. Continue. And let's see if I lose, what happens. Curious. I'm curious. 0 lives. You lost. It should say you lost. Start again. There we go. It starts right off. So I don't know why it takes so long to start initially, like the first time around. Honestly. Am I setting a big, like in the start function over here? I don't know. Whatever. Menu panel is set to active false. So the menu panel is the whole menu. Anyway, it seems like it's working properly as it is right now, so we won't mess around with that any longer. Let's go ahead and find out what else can we do to make the game almost ready. Okay, I should have a checklist, you know, like I made the ticks work, I made pausing and continuing the game work. Oh, alright, I know. When you lose, it should say by how much you've lost. So we'll need a script that handles the menu panel. Where is it? Why can't I see it? Oh, that's because the canvas is disabled. That's right. I see now. Does it have a script? Nope, no script here. Does this have a script? Doesn't have a script either. So let's have a menu panel script. Create C# script. It's going to be called menu panel script. There we go. And this menu panel is going to have it. Let's just go ahead and save, and we'll add the menu panel script here. Okay, and the menu panel script should oh, we did have maybe some scripts. What am I doing? This is the whole panel. I don't think this needs a menu panel script. Oh no, I'm such a dumbass. I already have scripts. So not this one, game switch text, but this should also be modifiable. Current score, and then game switch button, which should also say on top, I think. Oh, it's got an image, so I'll just change the UI sprite when I have the proper images. So it's going to be either continue or restart, and maybe I'll add another button which is going to be called what is it going to be called? Remove component, and then we also remove this. There we go. This is going to be called continue or yeah, restart, whatever, and maybe another button for exiting the game. Quit game. There's not going to be a button for menus. There's actually not going to be any menus. Oh, and you know what should be really nice? Maybe if the game plays itself in the background, so that it's not static. That should be a really nice to do, and maybe I will keep that in mind for the future. Obviously, not right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and change these elements right here because they are annoying. What script am I using? There's no script that actually does this. Is it? Game script continue. Current score. There's no script here either. Are they even tagged? Oh, okay, so they are tagged. So I'm not going to place a special script for this. I'm just going to get the elements by the components. Game switch text, current score, and game switch button, which should also be tagged. So let's go ahead and make a tag for it as well. Game switch button. There we go. Tag that one as well. I'm curious, because this is in a separate panel, I'm curious if you can actually get these elements. Oh, I have the menu object, and with the menu object I can probably get the objects in there. I can probably reference them from inside. So let's go ahead and see if I can do just that. What happened? Open Sesame. This is the menu panel, which is the right. It's no. I need this one, not the menu panel. Game object menu panel. No, that's just game object and then the menu itself. And when the game starts, I will need to get the objects. Actually, I'll just find it by the tag, and if that works, it works. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. What should this be? So we have text files, right? Yes, this is a text script, and then this is a text script as well. So these are the two components. So we'll make the, what are they called? Game switch text and current score. Let's go ahead and make those. Text. No, not texture. Is there no text script? Text element? How do you define a text? Wait. Should have it somewhere. It's text. Why would that not work? Oh, because I don't have the UI engine UI, I think. Right. Using Unity engine.ui. Okay. Oh, there. Now it should work. So this is a text element. It's going to be called game switch text, and then another text element which is going to be called game current score. No, game score text. Okay. Oh, damn it. switches with a T. What am I doing? And then game score text. And we'll get both of these as well. We'll get them before. So G switch text is going to get the game object dot find game object with tag game switch text, I think. Dot get component of type text. Is that correct? Come on, Unity. Game switch text, and then this is going to be current score, which is not this is badly worded current score, but you know, whatever. And then game score text is going to get game object dot find with the tag current score dot get component of type text. There we go. And this element, when paused, is going to, if it's the menu, just say game paused, and when not, where did I put it between those elements? And when not, it should be what's the message for ending the game, for losing? Game over. And the other one, the game score text, actually the game score text is going to be set over here, because in both cases you will have the current high score, and it's going to say high score, no, not high score, and then that's how it works, probably. No, that's not how it works. That's a \n. Does it? Can it do \n? That would be interesting if it could. And then plus current score, which we have cs dot no. High score, HS dot score. Would that work? No. Cannot implicitly convert type string to Unity text at 101, 108, 1015. Oh, it should be dot text. Sorry. My bad. Come on, update. Takes quite some time for the game to start. I really don't know why. This just makes so little sense to me. So let's go ahead and... Okay, that doesn't work. But I'm guessing if the score is long enough, then it's going to... It's not game over. What the hell, dude? Is it inversed? Is it the other way around? Game over, game over. Dude. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. GameScript 36. Okay, so it's not game Okay, so that works. Let's go ahead and see 36. This. It doesn't see it anymore because why? Because it disables the whole thing. It disables the menu. Yeah, I think it disables the menu. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. I don't know why you would actually. I don't know why I was actually setting the panel to disabled. Like honestly. Let's go ahead and try it again. It takes so long. It's not game over. What the hell? Oh, okay, so that's a nice piece of debug there. Let's go ahead and lose and start again and see what happens then. Okay, so the game switch panel is set to disable right now. Now it's enabled again. And now it's disabled again. Crap. Game switch panel. Menu panel. Okay, so first off, it's not game over. So let's go ahead and see why that happens. Continue. Who calls continue? The button does actually. No, who calls pause? Sorry. So this is game over, right? Game over. Correct. So you pause it for 1 and then you pause it for 0. Anywhere else? No, menu. Where's the pause button? There's just a panel. There's the whole switch panel. Wait, where's the button? Menu button. There we go. This was the problem. Okay. Let's try that again. So that's one bug out of the way, hopefully. It takes so damn long. Game paused, score 0. Alright. Go back. Looks like it's working. Okay, there we go. Game paused, score 2. Let's go ahead and lose. I really need to speed up the game when I'm testing because this is taking a bit too long. And yes, the game switch panel is getting disabled, but it shouldn't be disabled, it should just be made... yeah, whatever. I don't know that it should be disabled when you unpause the game. It should just be... okay, game over, score 3, start again, exception, because the game panel is paused. But when you first start the game... oh, it disables it afterwards. Who disables the panel afterwards? I'm curious. What is this? New canvas. The canvas is the menus object. And does it disable everything? For the menu panel and everything? No, just the game switch panel. So the game switch panel is being disabled. This one. Oh, okay. Why was I doing this? Is it because it would show up in front if I don't? No, it wouldn't. It's enabled and it's working. Apparently. Pause the game. There we go. Unpause it. This doesn't work, right? No, nothing works. Unpause it. Works like a charm. So why was I pausing those elements? No, it still got unpaused. It still got disabled. So if you do that again, it actually works. Okay, let's see what happens when you lose. This probably is going to go to hell as well. Probably. Start again. Yeah. So somebody disables this. Let's go ahead and see who. That's just it. Set active false. But it should be set active to true. Is this the issue? I'm guessing that it's not going to be going away afterwards. We activate it. There we go. Click on it. It goes away. It still remains active. So setting it active and not active shouldn't be a problem. Okay, pause again. Still active. On pause. You lost. Good. Nothing works. Start again. There we go. So I was completely foolish in... Yep. Yeah. Okay. A bit of a debug. Let's try and lose this time. There we go. Game pause. Score 2. It's not working. Start again. Yep. Looks legit. So I will be doing away with this code. And this one as well. Because honestly, there's just no point in activating and deactivating these components. And they are referenced for nothing at this point. Actually, are they for nothing? Yes, probably. One match, one match. I'm not going to take them out because I don't want to have the old problem appear that I also had when what's it called? This takes so long to start. Pause, continue, pause, continue. There we go. Start again. Looks like it's working. Properly even. Okay. That looks good enough, I'd say. So the menu panel, the game switch panel is obviously not being used at the moment, but it's not giving me any warnings, so you know what. Don't really care right now. Alright, so we've finished that bug as well. Let's go ahead and work on what's next. Right, so just setting the canvas groups as interactable or not interactable is how is this even working actually? Oh, the menu. No, you just enable and disable the whole menu. That's it. That makes sense actually. You just disable and enable the whole canvas, but you, yeah. Menu enable false. Okay. Right. Looks good. So I'm guessing the next thing to do is actually to finish off creating these switch cases for the eggs. And afterwards, yeah, we'll see what happens afterwards. Okay, let's do this one because this one seems fun. Low gravity egg makes eggs fall at half speed. Oh, afterwards I have to actually spawn the different types of eggs, right? So let's make this one. The spawn rate. Actually, you know what? I need to double the spawn rate while actually. Okay, so if I want to make a funny. This isn't that. It's fun to make, but it's actually hard to make because you want to double half the gravity, which means the speed with which the eggs fall off, but you want to keep the spawn rate, so the spawn intensity, so to say, and thus if you mess around with the time scale, then the spawn breaks, the spawning rate of the eggs is also what you mess around with. So I'm guessing that's not the way to go. And maybe I should search for Unity gravity. Unity gravity. Unity set and modify gravity. Physics. Okay, so what is this? Is -1f for y, right? Because yeah. So I'm guessing physics gravity dot new vector, and we'll go for -0.5 in this scenario. Yep, looks legit. There's a z gravity as well. Wow. Okay, that's pretty nice. For how long? For 10 seconds? No, 10 seconds is a long time. Or 5 seconds. Okay. And we need a timer. You need to set a global timer for these effects, right? Because you want to know how fast the effects are passing by so that you can go back to normal. So the question is, do we want one global effect at a time, or do we want multiple effects at a time? And with such a simple game, I'm guessing that one global effect should be sufficient, because if you're in gravity mode and then you get a super egg, you probably want to go to the super egg mode because you don't actually get a drop penalty and you get a lot of eggs, right? Double gravity and spawn rate. So the problem with these modes, with the difficulty modes, because of adjusting the difficulty, is that at some point in time you will enter super ed mode for spawning eggs and how fast they fall, and the no penalty for dropping them. But if you change the multiplier during that period of time, then, because you want the multiplier to also increase, right? Or no, maybe you don't want the multiplier to increase. You want the difficulty to stay as it was, and let's put this for 5 seconds as well. And right, so you want to disable increasing the multiplier, which might be annoying. But it does make sense, right? So you want it to be a bubble in time when you start collecting all of these eggs faster and with no drop penalty, and then when it stops, you want to go back to where you were, right? So that means that the multiplier gets disabled in that increasing the multiplier gets disabled, right? So let's go ahead and get back to the low gravity use case. And we'll say that the gravity goes to 0.5 on the F. Yeah, they should go to 0.5. And we'll set the global, let's make a global int called current global effect. And this one is going to be 0, and 0 means 0 for normal game mode, 1 for half gravity, 2 for super mode. These are the two ones that I can think of right now. Let's see if there's anything else. So we have normal eggs, life regeneration, increase maximum lives, take life, take max life, more points, increase multiplier, decrease multiplier, and then we have the two modes. So for now, these are going to be more than enough. So we'll have these three modes for now. And during the update, okay, we also want to reset this to 0 whenever you restart the game. You don't want the game to end on super mode and then, well, it wouldn't end on super mode because you can't actually die on super mode, but you wouldn't want the game to end on half gravity and have the game start you off at half gravity again when you start a new game, right? So we just initialize that to 0 again, and then in the fixed update, if it's not paused, you either spawn an egg or you don't spawn an egg. And if the floor says you need to decrease the cache, then you decrease the cache and check if you have to pause the game with game end. You have to check if you decrease the multiplier, all of that good jazz. Now, I don't know that we need this. Do we need this? I'm thinking about it. I don't know that we actually need to know if there's a global effect currently going on. I'm guessing that we do. Yeah, I'm guessing that we do. And let's set it to current global effect 1 in this case, and then in this case let's set it to current global effect 2. which gives you double gravity. I can actually set this over here. No, we'll set the effects in it, in the use case. For now, we'll just have -2f for the gravity. And we'll set it to this, and then we'll have a switch case in the update, in the fixed update over here, up here, if it's not paused. So we want to integrate decreasing the X-spawn break twice, right? Oh, I know what to do. I know. We'll do it over here, and we'll say switch current global effect, and we'll go like this: case 0 break nothing. Just doesn't matter, nothing happens. Case 1 break, case 2 break, and default also nothing break. So what we'll do is we will actually do nothing if it's case 0, also do nothing if it's default. If it's case 1, we'll have to check a timer. We'll set a timer. Int, let's put it down here, int CGE timer gets 0, and we'll also put it in here, CGE timer 5 seconds. So 5 seconds at 60 FPS means how many updates? 300. It will have to wait for 300 updates before it goes back, and we'll put the same 300 for the super mode. Maybe we'll play around with these. I mean, 5 seconds seems like a decent amount. We'll see. Okay, and what happens is we put an if over here. Actually, you know what? I don't even need to check all of them. We'll just go like this. If CG timer is bigger than 0, then that means that a special effect is in place, right? And in that case, the first thing that we do is we decrement it, and then we check to see what current global effect is in place. So case 0 is irrelevant, that will never happen. We can just turn that off right now. If it's case 1, also nothing happens, at least not for now, because we don't need to reset the gravity over and over and over and over again, right? That doesn't make any sense. So we'll just go for this one, and the only effect, the special effect that we need to do when this happens is actually decrement the X-spawn break again. That's all. Okay. And so this would happen twice. In case 2, this would happen twice. So you'd have double X-spawn and double gravity. And when we're done with checking out all of those cases, what we'll do is check if the timer is equal to 0, cg timer equals 0, after we yeah, we'll only need to check this once. So when you're at 1, it should decrement down to 0, and when it's down to 0, don't know if this will work on older devices that might skip frames, might skip updates. Although it should actually. It should actually work. But you know, the logic is if you're above 0, let's say that you're at 1 timer, then you decrease it again, and when you decrease it to 0, so after you decrement it, it gets to 0, and when it gets to 0, you're supposed to put the physics back to normal. So you'll set the physics back to normal. Where are we? Over here. You'll set the physics back to -1, and you'll set the global effect to 0. That makes sense, right? And funnily enough, I don't know that we actually need case 1, to be honest, because the spawning rate stayed the same, so it's just the gravity that gets modified. Let's see if that works. We should just take that away. I mean, it should work because the code never gets called anyway. And the next thing that I should do is actually start. I might make this episode a bit longer because I'm having a bit of fun with it, and I want to test this out. Okay. That should work in theory. So let's go ahead and implement the cases for adding lives to the maximum. Oh, that is done. That is done. Takes 1 life. Okay, so the problem with taking lives is that you will need to let them drop, right? So you don't want to collect the bad eggs. So in order to not collect the bad eggs, let me think about this one. Because this needs to work both ways. You both need to implement the case for collecting it and for not collecting it. So if it's a bad egg, if it's case 3 or 4, then it shouldn't be a problem. Now, who says, I think the floor, yeah, the floor goes, yeah, okay, there we go. If the tag is egg, then you self-destruct it. Oh, and you need to set the ignore floor when the super mode is on. You also need to, wait, where is this? Okay, so the floor script, do I have the floor script? I do, there we go. The floor. Okay, so the floor script dot floor dot ignore floor should be set to true. False, sorry. And it should be set to true when you start the super mode over here. So it won't matter if eggs splatter on the ground. Okay, that looks nice. And maybe we'll have a no, that I was coming up with a kooky, crazy idea, but I don't know that that's actually going to work that well. Okay, so let's get back into it. Let's go back to floor. This is the egg script. And the egg script should have egg type. There we go. So here, so egg script current egg gets nothing, and then we'll put egg script gets this object. There we go. And then egg script, oh, current egg, such a down S, and then the current egg is going to be set to self-destruct. And if you ignore the floor, or if no, that's a bad use case. That's a bad way of doing this. Let's just put in another if in here and say if current egg dot egg type equals 3, or current egg dot egg type equals 4, return. Equals 4, so that it doesn't go in this, so that it doesn't say that you have to decrease the cache, so nothing happens. By the way, who sets this back to false again? Oh, okay, you set it back to false again. You, the game script does. This should be legit, right? Because if it returns that it doesn't set it to true, and you shouldn't get penalized. Egg script free rotten egg stinky egg. Okay, that looks good. Also the 10, 11 and 12 as well. You wouldn't want to decrease your multiplier, right? So those are also bad eggs that you wouldn't want to get. Okay, so 10, 11, 12 as well. Let's put those in as well. Or current egg dot egg type equals 10, or current egg dot egg type equals 11, or current egg dot egg type equals 12. I'm guessing this is correct. Egg script 10, 11, 12, and then also 3 and 4. So there's quite a big amount of eggs that you wouldn't want to pick up. Should they break your... No, they shouldn't. Oh, also about super mode, I said that when you're in super mode, you don't get to adjust the difficulty. Let's see now. This is the normal update. Catcher script. The catcher script. This does something else actually. I think the zones. I caught. Okay. So you want to get the eggs. Total eggs caught, and then if eggs needed is equal to 0, eggs needed. Okay, you decrement eggs needed. So we'll put in, because that's the only, actually that's not the only one. We'll need to have a function that deals with this whole jazz over here. Yes, we'll make a function called, we have something beneath it. Let's make a function called handle multiplier change, and let's put it down over here. Void. There we go, and it's going to be doing all of this code right here. What? Okay. All of that code is going to be going in here. Right, and before we update this, we'll just say, because the super mode is the only time when you don't want, at this point in time, is the only time that you don't want to handle this multiplier change. And I'm actually not going to put the if in here because it's already ugly enough, and I'll just put the if in the function itself and say if current global effect equals 2, then just return. So we don't want anything to be done to the multiplier if the current global effect is 2, right? So you want to just get as many eggs in with your current multiplier, so that should be, you know, should prioritize having a bigger multiplier when you do get that, and yeah, and it should just return in the case of that. Good. Starting to look like a game. Almost. Let's get back to taking the lives. So egg free takes 1 life away. So if you catch it, you lose 1 life. You don't lose the multiplier. Should you lose the multiplier as well? That would be a bit mean to also lose the multiplier, right? I wish there were more people watching this or in the chat telling me how to go around some of these questions that I have. Who knows, maybe in the future if the Discord is actually going to take off. Okay. Let's go ahead and say now you shouldn't lose the multiplier if you catch it. It should actually help towards increasing it, because you already get penalized once. Let's not make this into a catastrophe. And I've already implemented the eggs that actually make you lose the multiplier, right? So that's okay for now. All right. Okay, this is bad. Decrease. I was doing the exact opposite. Okay, so you lose 1 life. CL dot lives minus minus. And then CL dot update lives. Okay, who checks if you are still alive? Okay, so we need a lives check every tick as well. So this one over here, this is a quite a bad. This is not where it should be. This should be outside of the function at the end of it. Okay, so this is this one, and then this is this one with the special effect timer, and at the end we'll also check if you lost a life, by either by getting an egg that is rotten or an egg that fucks you up. And yeah, we shouldn't be. This isn't necessary any longer, I think. I would say. But you also get the points. Should you get the points for getting? Yeah, you should get the points as well. Also for these ones. So let's go ahead and put that before. So should you get the points for every one of them? Because in that case, I'm going to do this regardless of what happens. Yeah. No. Yes. You should also get for 13 and 14. Right, so I'm going to put a bit of this code right before the switch case. It's going to be point, score, and then this one goes away. And this goes away as well, because you've already gotten the points, right? Wait, when did I use this one for? Yeah, I can actually put this one up above as well. And then this whole case just doesn't do anything any longer. This just stays like that. Because you're going to get a point regardless, right? Yeah, you're going to get a point regardless. Maybe the only time that you get subtracted points is when you actually what's it called? Get an egg that would do that to you, right? Yeah. Okay, 1 max life. So this should do. This should do this. CL dot max lives minus minus, and then if CL dot max lives is smaller than CL dot lives, so if you had all of your lives, then you should lose 1 life as well, right? So that's obviously CL dot lives minus minus. Great. So in case you didn't have the max life, then you guys know what I mean. Right, more points. Okay, so we already added 1. So we'll do this as well. We'll need that code. over here, and we'll add another 4 times the multiplier. That should be correct, right? So if it's like multiplier 5, 5 times 1 is 5 points, plus 20, that's 25, that's the same. Okay, good. And if it's 20 points, then we should do another 19. We should add another 19 and handle them. Next off, we'll need to put the code in that okay, so this goes away. This part of the code goes away because we already have it in up above. Yeah, it looks legit. And then we'll need the other part as well, but increase multiplier by 1, and then increase it by 3 points, and then increase it by 10 points. And maybe we'll have some eggs that also increase it to maximum. You go to maximum multiplier, and yeah, we'll have that. That looks to be okay. Do I still need to do this? Handle multiplier change. This is already no. We also need to call that. Just difficulty. So it only adjusts the difficulty in those cases when you increase it, but in these cases it should also, after updating the multiplier, it should also it should also do the same. So wait, this isn't needed. Okay, these two are not needed over there because it only happens once you get the egg. But when you go around and mess with the multiplier itself, then you need to adjust the difficulty afterwards. There we go. So here and here and here and over here as well as over here and here. Okay, and that looks legitimate. Let's see if there are any errors. Okay, let me go ahead and remove that because it's quite annoying. GameScript 14, GameScript catcher is assigned but not used. The catcher. I don't use the catcher script. Do I really not use the catcher script? That's funny. Where is the catcher? Your egg catcher. There we go. And it has a script. And apparently I'm not using it. At least apparently I'm not using it. Let's see if it's being used anywhere else. I don't know that I don't know. Let's see if this actually has no functionality at the moment within our project. Because if it doesn't, then obviously there's no point in having it. Seems to work just fine. Yeah, I think this is just independent, like the catcher is independent of. Yeah. We could actually make another egg that makes the catcher slow, right? So you click a button and it has to wait a lot before it can actually move. Is this working properly? It should be working properly. Let's see if I die, what happens? Nothing should have changed. The whole code that I just wrote doesn't have any meaning, but I'm just taking a little break from thinking. There we go. Start again. Yep, that's fine. Good. Now, I've seemingly created all of these use cases for different types of eggs. Maybe I'll put in a slowed catcher use case, which would be hell, and it would mean that you wouldn't be able to catch the eggs as fast. We'll see. And in that case, I would need the catcher script and to set this catcher, because move to just happens instantly. See, it just sets active instantly everything. But if I were to put effects on the catcher himself, then I'd need to make a fixed update function for the catcher as well, and then have a general effect on the catcher as well, and have those move slowly, so to say, from one position to the other, like have it wait, I don't know, half a second for the updates before it actually moves. But I would also have to put the animation to make the animation move slower, which, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. But anyway, let's go ahead and maybe get done with generating the proper eggs, right? So we have from 0 to 14 all sorts of eggs. Let's see who makes the eggs. I'm guessing the game script. Not the floor script, the egg script, the catch help script, I don't know what that does. Okay, and then get component egg spawn point. I think this is it. Yep. So, if we're not on a break from spawning eggs, then you spawn an egg. You make a new egg, you instantiate it, you put the position over there, you set the parent, local scale, local position, you get the script and you add the spawn point, and then let's put a random. Do we have random in here anywhere? Random.range is the code, and let's put a random.range int egg type gets a random.range from 0 to 15, because there are 14 of them and it doesn't go all the way up there. This shouldn't be declared over here because that is dumb. And I'll put it here, and we'll take that away. Doesn't like random. Why does it not like random? Random kube script. Oh, Unity Engine dot range. Okay. Sorry about that. Unity Engine dot random. There we go. We'll just have them completely random right now, but obviously there should be a lot higher chances of having special normal eggs. So it should be like, I don't know, 80% of all eggs should be normal eggs, and then like 10 to 20% of the eggs should be random better eggs, or I don't know. We'll have to work on that. But for testing purposes, let's just go ahead and put that in. And then we'll need we will need to set this. So new egg dot get component egg script dot egg type gets egg type. There we go. And and we'll need to update its color to match, because I'm not sure that the start function is actually going to do the job that it needs to do. Get component egg script dot update color, and that's going to be a new function that we put in the egg script. Actually, you know what? No, that's just no. Yeah. No. I'll just hit start again. I'll just call start again, and that's just as well, just as good. Must not contain a definition for start. What? Does not. Oh, because it's private. Public void start. There we go. And we'll put a switch case in here. Switch egg color. No, egg type. Sorry, egg type. And we'll have more cases. We'll have the 14 cases from up above. Ah, god damn it. This is programming for you guys. Okay, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and then the default, and the default is going to be white. I'm not actually going to do anything. So 0 and default don't do anything actually. Yeah, whatever. No, let's just keep it like that. So let's go ahead and put in all the cases. It's 15 cases. Right. 15 cases actually. Okay, and we'll put the colors to different colors. Just keep that. And I don't know, let's make okay, so regeneration egg should be like green. Where can I get the color palette for this? This should be green. 65, 255, 21, 255. 65. Come on, damn it. 255, 21. 255, 21, 255. That should be okay. And then max life should be, I don't know, blue. Actually, let's just put this in here for everybody. Okay, and good. So that's the third egg. So number 2 is going to be max life. That's going to be blue. Let's go ahead and make like a light blue. Yeah, that's good. 113, 167. 113, 167, and then number 3 is going to be rotten egg, -1 life. That should be like brown egg. Yeah, let's go for brown. Where is brown? Okay. That should be the brown egg, -1 life, 190, 90, 90, 194, 90, 90. 194, 194, 90, 90. That's number 3. Number 4 is going to be black, which takes away one of your max lives. Right? Come on. Yeah, that's going to be black. Next off, we have number 5, which gives you big egg, 5 points. 5 points should be, I don't know what color. Yellow? This sort of yellow. This is 5 points. And then we'll have golden for the 20 points. So this is going to be 255, 243, 199. 243, 199. Wait, that's not correct. It's the second one. 199, 243, 255. Number 6 is going to be the super egg, which is golden. Yeah, that should be golden. 255, 226, 141. 246, 149, 141, 226, 141, 226, 141. Number 7 is the multiplier egg by 1. I don't know what color that should be. At this point, I'm actually... Okay, let's go for blue. Like light blue. Light... This one. 216, 219, 255, 216, 219, 255. And then better multiplier should be darker. 169, 165, 176. 165, 176. And then 255. This is quite tedious, yes I know. Is this correct? 165, 176. 165, 176. Good. And then we'll go for even darker for 10 levels. That's 111, 115, 111, 115, 255. That's not okay. That's 9. And then for decreasing it, they should be red, obviously, because we haven't used red yet, and we'll go the same way around. So we'll go for this red. 255, 173, 173. That's nice. 255, 173, 173. I'm guessing 210 is yeah. What the hell? Yeah, 173, 173. Let's go for darker. It's going to be 118. 255, 118, 118, and then level 12, number 12 is going to be dark red, right? Let's go, just go ahead and have dark red. 5353, 255, 5353, and then the last two ones, which are low gravity and super mode. I don't know what colors to choose for these ones. Teal? Yeah, whatever. Let's just go for teal for low gravity. 116243. 116243. 255, and then what next? Were these correct? I don't know that these were correct. This wasn't correct. I'm pretty sure of it. Anyway, and yeah, this for super mode. 255, 167, 249. 255, 167, 249. 249. And I think that I messed up the second one because these couldn't be possibly the same ones. So let's go ahead and check this out. This is 65, 255, 21. Oh, come on. 65, 255, 205, 21. 21. Okay, this is light green. And then the other one, which gives you max life, it's going to be 113, 113. I'm so bad at this. 167, 167. Oh, it's going to be darker. And 21. Yeah, whatever. Let's just have it darker. That's okay. Whatever. Whatever. Sorry, I didn't mess up. Let's set this back to what it was. I don't actually remember what it was. The catcher was brown, I think, right? It doesn't matter actually. That should work. And let's see if this works. Did I save? Yeah, I think I saved. This takes so long to generate the eggs. There we go, normal egg. Not normal egg. What is that even? It's 2 points, I think. I completely forgot what this did. Multiplier 11. That's a bad egg, right? Yep, that was a bad egg. It's a normal egg. This is I don't know what that is. Egg. Okay, lost. Okay, I completely forgot what all of these did. But anyway, okay, that was super mode apparently. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be easier. Okay, that's a bad egg. I don't want that. Right? I don't. That's also a bad egg, I think. Yep, it was a bad egg. That's good going on my part. That's another bad egg. This is super mode, I think. That gives me a life, max life. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is take the cues in. You know, like the multiplier is all the way up and there's no egg spawning. I think that I just came across my first bug. Yep. something is going wrong. But it's been almost 2 hours, and I think this should do it for today. The game is approaching being completed. We just need the special effects, which just need, but you know, that's quite a lot of work. We need to add the special effects. We need to see what this bug right here is, because there's obviously something wrong with the game right now. I don't know exactly what. Spawning rates aren't working any longer, I'm guessing. What I'll do is I'll probably test the game with the eggs that cause these issues. But it seems to be working a lot better right now. Let's see. Oh, okay. So resuming it actually saves the game. Is this super mode? This should be super mode, right? Those are a lot of points that I'm making right there. Oh, crap. So I lost the multiplier. When you lose I think that when you lose the multiplier, yeah, I think decreasing the multiplier actually gets you screwed. But the good part is that you actually get it back. So that's a bad egg. I'm not going to touch that one. Neither that one. This should be a good egg. This should be a good egg. Good egg. Okay, so that's the egg that actually breaks the game, I think. Let's get back. Does this break the game as well? No? So I think those break the game. I'm not going to touch that. That's okay, I didn't lose life. That's plus life, that's... I don't know what that is. Oh, that was the... Those are bad eggs as well. This is a good one. And then I think that one slows down the game. No, it's still working. Okay, so who does this actually? I'm quite curious right now. I think this one breaks it. No, it's not broken yet. No, it's not broken yet. So which one is it? I can't figure it out right now. But anyway, thank you to everybody for watching and listening. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, then leave a dislike. I just saw one today from my previous one. I wish that I had some feedback from you guys and you tell me what exactly the problems are. But I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.